There's some things I've been wanting to do on the channel for a while, and quite honestly, one of the things that's been keeping me from being able to do that is I don't really have a good way to light things. And if you've watched my installation videos, I try my best to light it, but it ends up not being lit very well. So that's caused me to not be able to do real detailed stuff and instead just kind of show you that I did it and then zoom in on things when I need to show you something particular. I bought something recently that I think is going to fix that, and this is the unboxing and review of it. If you're here and you're not a motorcyclist, you just happen to find me because you wanted to hear about this kit, this video is still going to be of value to you, so stick around and watch it. What's up? Jim here. Welcome back to J Street Moto. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. As mentioned in the intro, I wanted to buy something that would improve my ability to make content for you guys. And one of the things that I've been lacking, I fixed the audio, got mics, so that helps a lot. But one of the things that I've really been lacking is lighting. And I was watching some videos on YouTube from content creators about their setups and such, and I found some really good budget lights. These are the Mount Dog lighting kit. It's a set of two. You can get them in a set of one as well. But I figured I'd unbox it right now, show you kind of what's in the box, and then I'm going to set it up, show you the components put together, and then I'll finish the video using that lighting, because right now there is no artificial light going on in this room that I'm in right now. That'll be a good comparison for you. So Amazon just brought to me the Mount Dog lighting kit. There's some stuff I've been wanting to do on the channel, like interviews at people's shops and that kind of thing. I need lighting to be able to do that. Lighting is something that I've had issues with since I started the channel, really. And I saw this reviewed on a channel. I don't even know what channel it was that I saw it reviewed on. We're gonna take this guy out. We'll throw this away. And when I saw it reviewed, this kit has two 16x16 softbox light kits in it with LED bulbs, with tripods, and a carrying case. I think the whole thing was like 70 bucks on Amazon. I will link it down in the description of this video in case you're interested. I'm not investing a whole lot of money into my channel. I'm still doing everything with a GoPro, and I'm using one of those little circle lights on a tripod right now, and it's not the best way to go about it, especially for something like this. So let's see what we have in here. I'm going to go ahead and just take everything out and put it on the table here. This is for sure the bag to carry everything in. I'm assuming these are the light boxes, maybe. These for sure are the bulbs. And then we have a tripod and a tripod. And of course there is some directions. These do have diffusers. The reviews that I read on these and the video that I watched convinced me that it was going to be a pretty good setup. So I'm going to open up this. Pretty sure this is the tripod, but I want to see what it looks like. This is the tripod, how this thing works. Okay, that's pretty cool. How this thing works is it goes all the way around. It goes all the way around and flips like this. And then you can lock it in. And then you've got all of these here to adjust the height. And then that's where you would connect the softbox onto the tripod. And I'll be setting them all up later because I'll finish this video using this light. So there's one tripod. And then I have another tripod right here. Got two tripods. We have they do have a remote control with them. Does not come with batteries. It looks like it takes AAAs. And this is the LED light bulb that goes in there. It goes into the softbox. That means this guy here is another light and another remote control, because this kit came with two. If you just want one, the single kit is like, I want to say it's like $45. I opted to get the double because I thought it made more sense financially. I got that, and then this is going to be the light box. Comes in this nice little Velcro sealed package. There is the diffuser, and here is the light box with the plug, an on-off switch, a way to mount it to the tripod. This thing is like one of those clickety-click ones, so it locks into place when you put it on. And then, of course, this thing folds open like so. Folds open like this. You push this down onto here like so. Let's get it down on there. Push that down onto there like that, and you have your reflective surface. The light gets screwed in there. And this gets put over the top of this, and then this thing mounts on your tripod. That's everything that comes in the box. Never done anything with lighting really, so I can't speak to the quality. It looks good. It looks like it's going to work, especially for my limited needs. And all of that should fit into this carrying case that I have to make it simple for when I'm going places and doing what I'm going to do. 100% of it folds up and fits into this bag. Convenient with a case. It zips up and goes in there, and you can carry it wherever you need to go. So I'm gonna go set all this stuff up, set the camera up, and then we'll talk about it. Here the tripod's fully set up. I've got both of them set up right here. Gonna put the light boxes on them. They appear to be maybe 5 feet tall, between 4 and 5 feet. These are pretty easy to set up. You expand this box, pushing a ring to lock the frame in, you install the light bulb. The box that mounts onto the tripod is the thing that has the power cord. So that's where the outlet's at. Put the light on it, and then you put the diffuser over top of it. This one's already done. I figured I'd show you that one before I got it finished. So this is the setup right here. I've got both boxes made up, got both tripods set up, got both of them plugged in, and I have my little tripod in the middle right there, just where I'm going to put the GoPro. And then I will be seated right here in this chair, which if I had to guess is, let me back up, I'll let you see. It's about that far from that lighting. I could probably move the lighting back some because when I was testing it, it was really kind of bright. The remote control has the ability to cut the percentage, 20, 50, 100. You can select warm, cold, and white. I will show you all of these. And then you can go dimmer or brighter. You can also change the heat and coolness. And then if you just go auto, it cycles through those three. One remote can control both, so they're not paired with each other, which is kind of cool. But if you're not far enough away from the lights, when you pointed at both of them and say click off, you might turn one off and leave one on. And then when you try to do it again, you're turning the other one on, turn the other one off. Keep that in mind. You do have to have the switches on the light boxes, the switches that are in the cord. Those have to be on for you to be able to use the remote. It doesn't just automatically come on. You have to have those plugged in and those switches turned on. So I'm going to get the camera put in the tripod, and then we'll talk about them, and I'll let y'all kind of see the effect of the different colors. Okay, now we'll see how this works. So we turn them on. Now, that is 100% power on the cold setting on the remote. White looks like that. I'm assuming you could tell the difference in the lighting in here. Before I turned them on, you saw what the lighting was like. Now you see what this is like. It's not real harsh. It's not like glaring in my face. I could probably turn one off and leave the other on if I want to change the way that the mood's happening, or, you know, whatever. I could do that. That's with both of them on. This is warm right there. So it makes it more yellowish, like sunlight. I'm not a big fan of that, by the way. Usually when I do anything with lighting, I'm usually on cold or white. I tend to be more on the cool side. I like that. I just like that. I like what it does to the colors and how it makes it easier for me to color grade later. But white certainly can work. And like I said, there's adjustments for brightness, or you can just pick 20, 50, 100. That's 50% on white. That's 20% on white. That's 100% on one side, 20 on the other. That's 50% on one side and 100% on the other. That's 100 and 100. This is cold, and you can do the same thing. 20%, 50% one side, 20% the other. 100% one side, 50% the other. Kind of how it works. You can also adjust the brightness. Those are coarse adjustments. This would be more fine. You can use the dim, and you can dim it just a little bit, so it's like 80%. You can also change the heat and coolness with the K values. So right now I'm on white, which should be sort of in the middle. If I go up on the K value, you will see that this side gets more blue. Now, this side's getting more blue. So it's more the cold side of it. If I use the negative K, I'm going to be going more towards the warm on each of them, but it allows you to kind of find something kind of in the middle instead of just having to have whatever their default is. As mentioned before, this is the Mount Dog Light Kit. I got it off Amazon. I will drop a link for it in the description of this video in case you're interested in it. This was the set of two. They had two different options. One was a set of two, and these are 16-inch by 16-inch squares, light boxes. Or you could buy a singular. The singular, I want to say, was like $45, and a set of two was $70. $72 once taxes were added. Very reasonable to have a light setup that will really improve a lot of the things that I've been wanting to do on this channel that I just haven't had the lighting to do. Like more detailed installation videos, things out in the shop where the lighting just sucks. This will significantly help with me being able to film that kind of content. Another thing, and we're gonna, I'll go ahead and give a little teaser for it now. One of the big reasons that I went ahead and bought this setup is because I'm going to be interviewing, I'm going out to Foundation Moto shop, and I'm going to be interviewing Adam and Paul, who are the founders of Foundation Moto. They're the brain trust behind the OTR, Old Town Revival, and they've really done a lot of cool stuff, and I think their story is cool. So I wanted to be able to go out there and interview them. They live near me. We all kind of hang out and run in the same circles. So we were talking one day, and I'm like, look, man, why don't I just come out to your shop and we'll do an interview, talk about, the origin story of Foundation Moto, the origin story of the OTR, and kind of how it's progressed over the years. That's one of the reasons I bought these light boxes, because I wanted to have a little bit better light source when I rolled out there than just the little circle light that I've been using. And again, this is a budget channel. And because it's a budget channel, I went with budget lighting. So there you go. Hopefully this is helpful. I've explained it the best that I can explain it as someone that's not a professional videographer. So hopefully it's been helpful. Hopefully it's something that you decide you want. I don't get anything for it. I'm not an affiliate marketer with anybody. And I don't have a discount code for you either, unfortunately. Order them off Amazon. That's it. That's all I had for you today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found it insightful. Do me a favor. Like, subscribe, click notification bell, share it with your friends. All that stuff's absolutely free to you, and it does help the channel. Always ride safe.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ah. Asshole.
Really? Peace out, bitches!